promised you to talk about Henry Martin's book Unlimited Heartbreak. This is the inside story of Limerick hurling, and I'm quite sure all those that great following we have right throughout Limerick will be very interested in this particular book, because it covers, from a lot of people have been talking about, you can go way back to the 40s and that time right up to the present day, and you're going to get the views and opinions of hurlers and managers and I suppose people on the bench and on the hill and everywhere else, giving their views, blaming different people and commending others. You know, people will wonder how come we could win 3 Munster or 3 All-Ireland, under 21 All-Irelands, and not have, out of all of that, an All-Ireland winning senior team. But of course Kerry have shown that they might never win a minor All-Ireland in football, but it doesn't stop them winning senior All-Irelands in that period of time. So I mean, there's ups and downs. There's Tom Ryan will be joining us in about 5 minutes time, and of course Tom Ryan had his own difficulties, and also he has strong views on GA administration at the time. Richie Bennett, he remembers different things. Joe Quaid, right back along the line, Dominic Punch, Leonard Enright, Eamon Grimes had seen it all before. You can see all this, and Eamon Cregan talks about poor organisation that once more was to blame. So who or what? This is a book that you'll need all over the Christmas period. Henry, who's here with me and will talk to us in less than a minute, was saying to me, I suppose you've read this cover to cover. My God, this will be Christmas reading for many people. People will explain how they got the job, like Michael Cregan. Richie Bennett believes both McGrath and Cregan had much to offer. And on it goes. This is a book that has everything in it, and everybody will have different views and opinions on it at the end of the day. But I want to say good morning to Henry's here with me, and to say congratulations on this fine book.
Thank you very much, Sean. I'm honoured to be asked into the studio to be interviewed by you here. I suppose it's was a fascinating thing to be able to compile a book like that and to receive the cooperation of so many big name heroes for Limerick over the years. And
where did the idea come from?
Well, I had been doing a little bit of writing, small little articles here and there, a small little bit with the Limerick Leader there a couple of years ago, and a number of people would have approached me feeling that I would have been an ideal candidate to write a book on Limerick hurling, you know, and I kind of laughed it off. You know, originally you wouldn't be kind of thinking much of it, but eventually enough of people kind of got on to me, and I kind of snapped, I suppose, really last November, about 12 months ago, and I decided I'd give one crack at it and see how I get on. And
what particular aspect of the book appeals to you yourself most? Because there are many different parts to it.
Well, I suppose most people who buy the book will sort of link into when they started following Limerick first. And for me, my first championship match supporting Limerick, it was in a different era really. It was 1987 over against Cork in the drawn game in Thurles. And that time supporters used to be up on the tops of the stands, up on the roof of the stands, the new stand over in Thurles, and sitting on the wall at the back of the old stand. It was a completely different era in terms of health and safety, you know, a fascinating era really to a young lad of 8 or 9 years of age, you know, going into Thurles and seeing all these people up on top of the roof of the stand and wondering would you ever get up to the roof of the stand yourself. But I suppose from then on really I would have been at all the games. I would have suffered the pain, I suppose, of watching Limerick being beaten in tight championship matches, you know, and from then on, anything really from then on would really, I suppose, have been of interest to me. With that said, I found it very interesting going back doing the historical stuff, going back to the 1930s and the 40s. The Mick Herbert incident was fascinating to do. The Mick Herbert incident, the appointment and the removal of
was
Joe
this
McGrath.
The injury?
That was the Mick Herbert, the injury in 1949, yeah.
That happened in the Gaelic grounds at half time. I was at that game. I was only a young fella.
You were at that game?
I was 10 years of age. I was there with my father, and it happened at half time. Bang, it went, and I think he got a silver plate put into his head after that, and it destroyed a career.
It did indeed, and it is the opinion of many in the book. Not only did it destroy a career, but it also destroyed Limerick hurling for many years to come, and seems to have a profound effect on Limerick hurling after that, because Limerick were probably kingpins, we'll say, in the 30s and the 40s. Even though they were beaten in a few Munster finals, they were always at hurling's top table, but they seemed to slip back a bit in subsequent years after that, you know, and basically it seems to be kind of pinpointed as a moment that kind of upset Limerick hurling.
But is it in more recent times that the opinion of, where county board stepped in and managers stepped in or stepped out, is it in more recent times that has started to happen?
Well, no, Joe McGrath was removed as manager. Well, he was trainer. He wasn't really manager as such back in 1972.
I have to hold you there for a moment because we do have, I presume, we're going to have Tom Ryan, and I will have him to all of you in about 15 seconds, so don't go away.
From the heart of your community, this is Tipperary Midwest Community Radio. Morning Call with Sean Buckley on Tipperary Midwest Community Radio. Brought to you in association with Care, Cashel, Thurles and Tipperary Credit Union.
Welcome back. Well, now we can now welcome Tom Ryan. You there, Tom?
Yes, Sean, good morning to you.
Good morning to you. God, I heard you've retired.
Who told you that?
Oh, I heard that you're living out in the farm now and that you're having a great time.
Well, I've been out in the farm, but as all farmers will tell you, we're not having a great time, Sean.
Oh, dear, there was a man told me there some time ago and knew nothing about farming. He said, did you not know farmers had only 4 good days in the last 18 years? A little bit exaggerated.
You want to do a programme on the crisis in farming, Sean, to nearly worse than the crisis in Ireland.
Oh, so there you are. I have Henry here with me.
Hey, good morning, Henry.
Good morning, Tom. How are you?
It's good to know you're still in full health and you're still alive anyway. Go on.
Well, no one has come after me with a shotgun yet anyway, Tom. But
I was waiting to say that why would you make a statement like that? I'll tell you, you know better than I do, Tom. It's a fascinating book, and my purpose originally and still is to promote the book on behalf of Limerick Hurling and the great work that Henry put into it and the great effort he made to get so many people to contribute.
Oh yeah, it's a huge effort, a huge personal effort, and a great idea by Henry. Actually, he had the brains to come up with ideas. That's what we need in the GA at the moment, across the board in every county. But Henry came up with a real genius of a plan there to get to talk to the real people, the people that have been victims of different situations, the people that have been part of what has been Limerick Hurling for the last, nearly 60 years now, or nearly over 60 years. It's a wonderful story, and there's a great message running right through the whole thing, and not only for Limerick, but for any other county as well.
Right.
It can be replicated across the whole GAA scene. A lot of what Henry has unearthed there.
Well, I was two things I was mentioning. He was mentioning the Herbert incident in 49. I was just telling him I was at the game with my father. I remember it well. It happened just at half-time, and Henry was just saying that played a profound part too in the demise of Limerick Hurling for a while. And also I was saying to him, but in the book, which you've obviously read from cover to cover, which anyone that has done that, it's like reading the Lisbon Treaty from start to cover, because there's a lot of reading in this book. And I thought that Babs Keating as well came out with a feeling and a message and a method that, but for Limerick, he felt the Tipperary would have won a few All-Irelands during that period of time. Yeah,
well, sure, Limerick have been, I suppose, they have been the bridesmaids on a lot of occasions, Sean. Comparing it to the Lisbon Treaty might be a bit unfair. I think it's written in ordinary man's language, and there's a lot of explicits in it like that'll go down well with the people as well. They'll be able to understand where it's come from. And really and truly, I suppose Limerick have prevented other counties from winning All-Ireland, but that's no good. Like when we're not winning them ourselves.
That's true.
You see, that's the positive aspect of it, and I hope that people will read the book in its entirety.
Yes.
And take a message. And and in saying that, Sean, I'm getting a lot of calls. I want to let it out to the people. I didn't write this book at all. The people are ringing me morning and night about it, about the issues that are raised.